Hello everyone. In this video we are going to discuss non-parametric ANCOVA in SPSS, which is also known as Quartz ANCOVA. There are a number of YouTube videos on parametric ANCOVA, but I believe that this is the first video on non-parametric ANCOVA on YouTube, which is also known as Quartz ANCOVA. Do you want to learn difficult business concepts in a simple manner? Then subscribe to Business Manageopedia for the latest videos. Let's begin. As we know, ANCOVA is a combination of ANOVA and regression. One of the vital assumptions of ANCOVA is that the residuals should be approximately normally distributed for each category of independent variable. But what we should do if distributions in the groups are non-normal? In this case, we will use Quartz ANCOVA. While SPSS does not offer an explicit option for Quartz ANCOVA, it is an easy procedure in SPSS, as we will see in this video. The procedure of Quartz ANCOVA analysis in SPSS involves a three-step process. In step 1, we rank the dependent variable and any covariates using the default settings in SPSS rank procedure. In step 2, we run a linear regression of the ranks of dependent variable on the ranks of covariates, saving the residuals. In step 3, we run a one-way ANOVA using residuals from regression as dependent variable and the grouping variable as the factors. Now we are going to discuss these three steps one by one. We start with step 1. In step 1, we rank the dependent variable and any covariates using the default settings in the SPSS rank procedure. This is done for all the cases, ignoring the grouping variable, that is the independent variable. I'm going to explain step 1 with a data set in SPSS. As you can see here, in the data set in SPSS, you will go to transform and then you will select rank cases. When you select rank cases, a box of this type will open, and in this box you will put your dependent variable and the covariate in the variables section. So here my dependent variable is AB score and my covariate is total EK score. Now in the rank types, we will not change anything. We will just keep the default setting where we see that rank is already selected. After this, we will select continue and then hit OK. After we hit OK button, this screen will appear and we see that new rank columns are created. So our dependent variable was AB score, so a new column RAB score is created where R is rank. Similarly, whatever covariates we will select, their rank columns will be created in this step. So this is the end of step 1. Now in step 2, we will run a linear regression of the ranks of dependent variable on the ranks of covariates, and in this step we will also save the raw or unstandardized residuals and ignore the grouping factor or the independent variable. Okay, so beginning with step 2, we will go to SPSS. In analyze, we will select regression and then select linear. Okay, so when we select linear, a linear regression box will open where there are two columns, dependent and independent. In dependent, we will put the rank of our dependent variable, and in the independent, we will put the rank of our covariate. Now in the statistics setting, we are going to select our boxes in this manner: estimates on the left side, all the boxes on the right side, and outliers outside below. Now in the plots setting, we will select Z resid in the Y column and Z PRED in the X column. Below we will select normal probability plot. When we hit the save button, a box like this will open, and here we will select unstandardized on the top right corner under residual. So selecting this will help us to save the unstandardized or raw residual, which we are going to use in step number 3. In the options setting, we will select use probability of F and exclude cases list-wise. When we hit continue and OK, a screen like this will appear, where we will get a new column named RES1. That is the saved unstandardized or the raw residual, which we are going to use in step number 3. Now we come to step 3. Here we will run a one-way ANOVA using the residuals from regression in step 2 as dependent variable and the grouping variable as the factor. The F test from this ANOVA will be the F statistic that was used by Quad. In step 3, in the SPSS, we will go to Analyze, General Linear Model, and then select Univariate. In the univariate ANOVA, under dependent variable, we will put the unstandardized residual, which is shown by RES1, and in the fixed factors, we will select our independent variable. In this case, I have selected gender. In the post hoc setting, we will select gender or whatever our independent variable in the post hoc test. Then we will use Tukey if we have equal sample size in different groups of independent variables. If we have different sample size in our independent variable groups, we will use Sheaffe. Now here we will look at the table of test of between subjects effects, and the F test resulting from this ANOVA is the Quartz and COVA. Now we have to keep 2 points in mind while performing Quartz and COVA. Number 1, the assumption made by Quad included that the distribution of any covariates is the same in each group. So the utility of this method is restricted to situations where groups are equivalent on any covariates. Number 2, unlike typical parametric ANCOVA analysis, Quad assumed that covariates were random rather than fixed. Thank you for watching this video. I hope this video was helpful to you.